Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Power Rankings. I'm your Commissioner Nick. It is week 11 already. I don't have enough fingers to signal that at this point. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm on a 4-game winning streak. I hope you guys are all feeling the same. For me, you're Commissioner because you're big fans of me and succeeding in the league. But in other news, let's get right into those rankings, what everyone came here to see. It's the Ocho, let's go. Number 12, King of the Hill V2. Luke's team remains in the basement another week, despite snapping a 6-game losing streak. Josh Allen and Tyreek Hill each had good games, but literally everyone else stunk. I was surprised San Fran's D was able to get you the win on Monday night as well. Still a long way to the top, but this team's playoff dreams aren't dead yet. Number 11, Beans Pride Parade. Beans lost his second straight game, blowing an 8-point lead going into Monday night. Tom Brady looked old, throwing 2 interceptions, and Mike Gesicki laid an egg in the TE position. An inside source claims Christian McCaffrey reached out to some of his old buddies in my organization, wishing he could return to a winning team. Might be something to monitor in the coming days. Number 10, Team Never Lucky.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
You?
Absolutely.
The reigning, defending, undisputed 2-time back-to-back champion of Bad Company, Dan, returned to his losing ways this week as my team finally got revenge for the 2019 championship game. Matt Cryan had a great game, scoring -1 point. This team is now just 3-7 on the year, and it looks like the Dan van is out of gas. Number 9, Quantum Cheeseburger. Jerry's team lost again this week as his up-and-down season continues. This lose-1, win-1 trend has been going on for 5 straight weeks now. Rusty Wilson returned from injury and looked very limited in the offense. The team also got a goose egg in the tight end position from TJ Hawkinson. I think you should spend less time podcasting about how bad your Giants are and more time focusing on your fantasy team. Number 8, Poppy's prized possession. Brophy's team lost again, falling to 5-5 on the year and out of a playoff spot. Ramondre the Giant Stevenson did all he could do to will this team to victory, scoring 27 points, but it wasn't enough. DJ Snore slept through another game and looks like he's done as a fantasy starter at this point in the season. Can Poppy get this ship back on track? Number 7, I don't care anymore. Brad's team held on to defeat Ryan and improved to 4-6 on the season. Dak Prescott went off this week, making up for his dud the week before. Despite claiming to not care anymore, Brad's team isn't that bad on paper. Saquon Barkley might also make his debut for Brad's team this week. He's back in the hunt, and there's still time to make some noise this year. Number 6, When Legends Rise. Frank's team lost this week as his lack of scoring finally caught up to him. Aaron Rodgers and the rest of this offense failed to inspire anyone as they put up only 91 points as a team. Over the last 3 weeks, Frank has only averaged 82 points per game, a league worst, obviously. Meanwhile, at home, this GM is still confident as ever and will probably complain about this ranking. Number 5, The Process. Ryan's team lost again this week, making that 4 losses in the last 5 games. To make things worse, his top 3 running backs all suffered injuries, and at least 2 of them could miss time. Clyde looks like he's finally healthy and will return from injury, but Darrell Williams has been impressing in Kansas City lately, so Clyde may not even get all the work. This team is kind of a mess right now. Number 4, MidSeason Harambes. Oliver's team got back on track this week, putting up the most points in the league and defeating When Legends Rise. Patrick Mahomes and the KC offense was buzzing this week, so you know that meant good things for this team. I'd imagine there's some good vibes for this team right now, as there was good production up and down the entire lineup. Playoff chances saw a big improvement this week as well. Number 3, Borat High Five. Wah wah wee wah. Hunter's team won a rare low-scoring affair against Jerry this week. His 109 points scored was the lowest points Hunter scored in a game all year. New trade acquisition George Kittle had a nice first game in the offense, but the best part of waking up is starting Cooper Kupp, as he scored 23 points without even scoring a touchdown. Finally back to 500 on the season. Let's see if Hunter can keep it going. Number 2, absolutely that guy, pal. For the 4th straight game, my team picked up a win and we are now 7-3 on the year, tied for the best record in bad company. No Kamara, no problem. Mark Ingram filled in admirably, because we have big trust. And in the 2 games I've started Dearness Johnson, he scored 24 and 22 points respectively. The whole team played pretty well overall, and now we're in real good position to make the playoffs. And number 1, maybe next year. Yes, this is a very well could be the year for Lance, as he picked up his 6th straight win on the season. Jonathan Taylor continues to show that he's the number 1 fantasy running back right now, as he had 24 points, and to add to CD Lamb's huge 28-point performance as well. Playoffs seem like a given at this point. Let's see if he can stay in the number 1 seed the rest of the way. Now let's take a quick look at the playoff bracket if the season ended today. I'm not going to dive into this too much. There's been a couple changes. You can pause it and take a look. And we're going to move on to our Week 11 predictions. First matchup, we've got I Don't Care Anymore versus Team Never Lucky. And this matchup reeks of mediocrity. I'm going to take Brad, though. In our next matchup, we got MidSeason Harambes taking on King of the Hill V2. I'm taking Harambes here. Beans Pride Parade versus absolutely that guy, pal. You know I'm absolutely going to take myself in this one. And then When Legends Rise, taking on maybe this year. I'm going to take Lance's team. He's been rolling. And in our next matchup, Borat High Five taking on The Process. I'm going to take The Process. Hunter's got Cooper Kupp on a bye this week. I like The Process this week. And in the game of the week, we've got the Battle of Keo 130, former roommates going head-to-head. Brophy's never lost to Jerry, but is this the week? I don't think so. A pair of 5-5 teams. I'm going to take Poppy to snap out of the losing streak and move to 6-5 on the year. Now we're going to throw it over to Harambes Corner.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Week 11 edition of Harambes Corner. I am MidSeason Harambes General Manager Oliver, and let's get right into it. Playoff picture finally starting to shape up. We got Nick and Lance as top dogs in the standings at 7-3. Then we have me and Frank following up at 6-4. And then we got a couple 5-5 teams. We got Borat, Ryan, Brophy, and Jerry, and actually some very important matchups this week. Serious playoff implications. We have Jerry versus Brophy. We have Ryan versus Hunter. So the winner of those games is going to have a huge leg up on the competition to try and sneak into the playoffs. And then we have Brad and Beans at 4-6, down but not out. Both teams still have a lot of firepower. Definitely not out of the question that one of them could sneak in. And then in the basement, we have Dan and Luke sitting at 3 and 7. Starting to look like maybe you guys should focus on next year, Lance's motto. Except for this year, could be this year. And moving on to the lock of the week, presented by the Lonely Heart Sports Podcast, the official podcast of Bad Company. No free ads still. Jerry, thank you. And again, we are picking Borat yet again. I think he's on a winning streak right now. He has yet to prove me wrong. We have Borat over Ryan. Ryan might not even have a running back this week. All of his running backs are hurt, including Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who is the only one who is somewhat healthy, but he still might not even be able to go. So I am taking Hunter. He's got a very deep, balanced team, and he just looks a lot better on paper. So that is going to do it for this week. This was Harambes Corner, and good luck to everybody.